Hey everyone, my name is Bobby Hughes. I grew up here in Colorado Springs my whole life. I started painting about a little over 4 years ago. I started by taking classes at Kreuzer, and I remember I would always sit in those classes and think to myself, man, it would be so cool to have a solo show in Kreuzer or G44. But then they combined and made Oric, so much for that dream. Just kidding, but I started just taking painting classes everywhere that I could, Cottonwood and Bemis, and I would just take art classes, everyone that I could get my hands on to learn from all these different artists and stuff. I met so many like gracious and generous artists along the way that like have encouraged me and like been so kind and generous with their wisdom and knowledge. It's been so cool. One of those classes I took was Intro to Abstraction class by Karen Mosbacher, and that class really like opened my eyes to the type of art that I can make, and I can express myself and my story through my art, and I didn't know that before, so that was really cool. Karen has been like a big inspiration for me and like a mentor. She really took me under her wing. I just would do the things she told me, and she would just show me how to be a better artist. I've been her studio assistant for a few years now, and just seeing how she like works and lives and like the work ethic that it takes to do this, it's been really inspiring. And when I was taking all those art classes, I had the mindset of just like embracing failure. I've been going to therapy for like 6 years now, and that like really helped. Like the main thing I learned in therapy is like feel your feelings, but another thing I learned is embrace failure, and that's where the growth happens. So I would just go to these classes and tell myself, let's see how big I can fail today, and that really like helped my perspective and my growth and helped me keep going. So this is my show titled "To Be Human: The Wreckage." And I try to convey like the emotions that one has when their life falls apart and you don't know what to do next. It's about loss and betrayal and abandonment and just not knowing what to do next. So you're just like looking at your life in pieces on the ground and you don't know how to put it back together, and that's the wreckage. But what I learned in therapy is to not suppress my feelings, to like feel through them and learn from them and use them as tools to grow. So my main artist statement as an artist with everything that I paint is to feel your feelings and process them. Try to master your emotions instead of suppressing them, and just see where it takes you, because it's opened up so many doors for me and helped me get through so many things. When I first got this show, I didn't know what it was going to be. I just started painting, and Karen told me to like study artists and poets, and so I started reading a bunch of poetry. And before this show, I knew this poem by Rainier, Maria Rilke, and it goes, "Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. No feeling is final. Just keep going." And so, at my lowest points, that helped me keep moving forward. So that was really helpful, and I love Rilke as a artist and poet. And but some of the other poets that like really resonated with me when I was working on this show was Pablo Neruda, and his poem "The Saddest Lines" really felt like it encapsulated what I was trying to say with my painting that I titled "The Saddest Lines" in homage to him. So that's become one of my favorite poems since I started working on this show. Since I started working on this show. Edgar Allan Poe's poem "Alone" also really resonated with me. The way he describes being disconnected his whole life and not having a sense of community and stuff. So I accompanied that with my painting entitled "By Myself," because it felt like it was exactly what I was trying to say with that piece. But yeah, the overall message of this show is just feel your feelings. It's about the emotions that arise with loss, abandonment, and betrayal. It's the loss of friends and significant others and family members that you thought would be around your whole life, and then you don't know who you are or what you're going to do next after that, or if you even want to keep going. So just feel your feelings and keep going is what got me through it. So yeah, the another thing that I love about art is being able to like turn trash into treasure and take discarded things and overlooked things that would just be thrown away or something and making them into something bigger than themselves. And through a lot of like work on myself in therapy, I realized that I could do that with my emotions that I thought were detrimental to me and that I shouldn't be having. Growing up, I wasn't told to feel any emotions except like anger and aggressive emotions as a man. So I was like, that really like stunted me, I think. And once I learned to just express myself and be authentic, that really opened doors. So since then, I've just been trying to find who I am and like live my truth and just keep turning over stones and seeing what's under them to keep moving forward and just live authentically as possible. Since I put this show up, so many people have told me that vulnerability isn't a weakness. And I've just been leaning into that. And I was like, I told myself, all right, let's see how scared I can get. And so I wrote all these papers that accompanied each piece. And I would, like the night before the show, and I was like, let's just see how scared I can be and how vulnerable I can get. And I've heard nothing but good things, and it's been super validating and empowering. And I'm just going to keep trying to live my life through authenticity and be real. Um, I would like to like show my gratitude to everyone that's helped me along the way, all my friends and mentors, and all the like amazing artists in this city that like I'll take their classes and I'm like, I can't believe you're telling me all your secrets. Like they're so generous and they've just been so encouraging to me along the way. I'm grateful for all the opportunities I've had. I've shown all over Colorado, and those were experiences that I will never forget and showed me what it's like to be an artist and show in galleries and stuff. I'm grateful to all the friends that I've connected with that helped me feel like I'm part of a community for the first time in my life and like I belong somewhere. And it's been really cool and empowering, and I keep saying that. But last but not least, I would like to thank Abby and Gundy um, for like seeing something in me and giving me the chance to tell my story and express myself through my art. It's been an amazing journey, like working on this show, and my plan is for this to be the first of a three-part series. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, and there's some great artists here in the gallery this month. My show's up until the end of March. There's Simon Padilla, Chris Loud, and Greg Johnson. So if you're like around downtown, come check them out and